the 7th anniversary, the day he tweeted this. I would like to extend my best wishes to all, even the haters and losers on this special day, September 11th. You gotta hand it to him. Always knows.
Samuel L. Jackson didn't just roast Trump. He slow-cooked him over an open flame, basted him in truth, and served him well done with a side of extra seasoning. And Melania, she got caught in the crossfire like a reality show contestant realizing too late she signed up for the wrong season. Jackson held nothing back, no filter, no hesitation, and definitely no concern for Trump's fragile ego. The internet watched in awe as the takedown unfolded like a Quentin Tarantino monologue, sharp, relentless, and impossible to ignore. And Trump? Oh, he felt it. The all-caps meltdown was inevitable. The victim act was booting up. Because when Jackson speaks, the weak don't just flinch, they crumble.
Somebody did send me something today that said Trump said he didn't know me.
He said he didn't know you. I actually have his tweet right here.
Tweet.
This is very exciting. So there you go. It says, I don't know Samuel L. Jackson to best of my knowledge, haven't played golf with him, and think he does too many TV commercials. Boring, not a fan.
Not a bad thing.
Now, it's very interesting when Donald Trump says someone is out on TV too much, because, you know, he's very, with exposure, he thinks it's very careful to just barely be on TV at all.
Barely get yourself out there.
But is that true? You say, now you claim right here you have met him.
Yeah, I met him a lot.
You played golf with him.
I played golf with him.
He claims...
I actually played golf with him with Anthony Anderson.
Before we move on, go ahead and smash that like button and subscribe. Because trust me, you don't want to miss this one. Samuel L. Jackson has never needed a filter, and he sure wasn't about to start now. When it comes to Trump, he's had plenty to say over the years, and unlike politicians or talk show hosts, he doesn't sugarcoat a damn thing. No, when Jackson speaks, it's raw, it's direct, and it stings. And Trump? He's been on the receiving end of that verbal flamethrower before. Their history runs deep, long before Trump turned American politics into one never-ending reality TV episode. It all started with something as ridiculous as a golf game, and from there, the feud only got hotter.
What did you think of that MFer Donald Trump tweeting that you're a boring actor who does too many TV commercials?
Oh my God, did he tweet that?
Yeah, he did.
Oh.
What was your reaction to that?
I look at my bank account, I laugh.
Jackson once casually mentioned that Trump cheated on the golf course because of course he did, and Trump, being Trump, couldn't just laugh it off or let it go. No, he had to go nuclear, denying he even knew Jackson, a classic move, before spiraling into an all-out Twitter meltdown that only made him look more guilty. From that moment on, Jackson knew exactly what he was dealing with. A man so fragile that a single bad Yelp review of his golf game could send him into a rage spiral. So when Trump's name came up again, this time in a conversation about hypocrisy and politics, Jackson didn't hold back. And hypocrisy? Oh, take your pick.
Question about a little kerfuffle that you and Donald Trump were in. I just wanted to know, are you surprised that this has become a thing in the press?
Is it a thing in the press? No, it's not. Tell me it's not. I mean, really? I mean, out of all the things that need to be dealt with presidentially, he's worried about me saying that he cheats at golf? Or, that he doesn't really know me? Is that what the deal is? Wow.
The man who spent years demanding Obama's birth certificate, but somehow lost all of his own financial records. The self-proclaimed billionaire who miraculously dodged paying taxes while lecturing struggling Americans about hard work. Or maybe it was Melania, the first lady who spent her time in the White House, either looking like she was plotting an escape or pretending to care about causes she couldn't even fake interest in. It didn't matter what set it off. The moment Trump's name entered the conversation, Jackson locked in like a heat-seeking missile. He wasn't about to deliver some carefully worded political critique. No, he was coming in full force.
Ask you about Donald Trump. You are in a feud with Donald Trump right now. Do you know this?
No, I don't.
Because this is very exciting.
Oh,
for
really?
me, because he doesn't like me either, and so anytime there's somebody new he doesn't like, I feel a fraternity, a brotherhood with this.
Okay, so we're having beef?
You're having beef because I guess you said in an interview that you were a better golfer than him, and then you told a story. Is this true that he signed you up for one of your golf clubs and didn't tell you?
Yeah.
So you had to pay
No, I didn't pay. Okay. I got a bill.
No, he was about to do what he does best. Tell it exactly like it is, with enough punch to make sure Trump felt it. And knowing Trump, he'd feel it loudly, publicly, and in all caps. Jackson didn't just come for Trump. He showed up with a full arsenal, locked and loaded. His signature blend of brutal honesty, razor-sharp comedic timing, and absolute zero tolerance for nonsense turned the moment into something unforgettable. This wasn't just a roast, it was a verbal demolition.
Jackson on Trump. I've never been on that dude.
Nasty.
Samuel L. Jackson, bacon number.
What is a bacon number? What is that?
Samuel L. Jackson, vape.
He started with the easiest target, Trump's desperate need for attention. This man acts like the world just stopped spinning if people aren't talking about him, Jackson said, shaking his head. First thing he does when he wakes up? Checks if his name is trending. The crowd laughed because, well, facts. Trump didn't get banned from Twitter and quietly move on. No, he went and built a whole knockoff platform just so he could keep yelling into the void. He wasn't missing policy meetings. He was missing the dopamine rush of seeing his name in the headlines. Then Jackson zeroed in on Trump's biggest weakness, his paper-thin skin. You ever notice how the loudest guy in the room is always the softest? Jackson asked. This man's been calling people losers his whole life, but let one celebrity call him out, and suddenly he's crying on Truth Social like somebody stole his Happy Meal. The audience felt that one, because everyone knew it was true. Trump could dish it out, but he never could take it, and then
Trump is firing back at movie star Samuel L. Jackson after the actor accused him of cheating at golf in a recent interview. So in the latest issue of United Airlines Rhapsody magazine, Jackson claimed one of Trump's golf clubs charged him membership fees without his knowledge. The magazine then asked,
oh boy, then he turned to Melania. Jackson's face lit up like a man who knew he was about to say something devastating. Now, I ain't gonna say she doesn't care, but oh wait, she literally said that. The audience lost it. He was, of course, referencing that infamous jacket. I really don't care, do you? A slogan so tone-deaf, it made people question whether Melania even knew what country she was in. Jackson leaned in, ready to drop the finishing blow. That woman spent 4 years looking like she was about to blink out an SOS message in Morse code. Have you ever seen a first lady who looked more like she was being held hostage at her own inauguration? Gasps, laughter. Minds blown. The room was in shambles. Jackson had done what he always does, cut straight through the noise, exposing the ridiculousness of it all. And somewhere, you just knew Trump was already rage typing, furiously misspelling every other word. And then, the inevitable happened. Trump completely lost it. If there's one thing more predictable than the sun rising, it's Trump's inability to ignore even the smallest jab. But this wasn't just any jab. This was Samuel L. Jackson, a man who could verbally eviscerate someone without even raising his voice. So of course, Trump did what he does best, screamed into the internet like a malfunctioning robot. Within hours, the all-caps meltdown appeared. Failed ex-leader Samuel L. Jackson. Terrible low rate dangerous. Knows nothing about me. Never cheated off. Never lost a fight. People say I am the best off. Maybe the best ever. Ah, yes. Classic Trump, rambling, defensive, and somehow squeezing in a compliment to himself in the middle of an angry rant. The man could be on fire and still find a way to remind you his poll members are tremendous. But that wasn't enough. No, he had to keep going. He shouldn't us on his terrible movies. Sad, no talent, and there it was, the go-to attack. Never mind that Jackson is one of the most celebrated actors of his generation. Never mind that Pulp Fiction alone has had more cultural impact than anything Trump has ever done. No, in Trump's mind, if he just screamed no talent loud enough, maybe people would forget he once sold Trump steaks out of a sharper image catalog. Meanwhile, the world waited for a response from Melania. Would she defend her husband? Would she issue a vague, robotic statement about respect? Or was she too busy Googling how to flee unnoticed? Honestly, it could go either way. But given her track record, chances were she'd do what she always did, stay quiet, make zero eye contact, and wait for the chaos to pass like a woman who had spent way too long perfecting the art of disengagement.
Worried about your husband's safety in the next 29 days?
Of course I do. Yes, I do. I think, when they call him, he's a threat to democracy. Let's ask ourselves, who is really a threat to democracy?